Welcome into Clune Arena on the campus of the United States Air Force Academy after just a gorgeous day here in Colorado Springs. I'm Roland Vargas alongside Rachel Galligan. Rachel, the San Jose State Spartans come in. They've had a struggling regular season, going up against Air Force here in the final game of Mountain West Conference play before both teams head out to Las Vegas. We'll take a look at some of the stats. The stats very similar to those records. You see a lot of parity here.
Yeah, you see a lot of parity. Look at some of these numbers. You look at the field goal numbers, 3-point field goal percentage numbers. To me, the biggest stats of this game are going to come down to the rebounding numbers and the way each team can share the basketball. Air Force comes into the game averaging just under 60 points per game. San Jose right at about 65. They're giving up about 73, whereas Air Force is giving up about 66. The team that does a better job at taking care of the glass, limiting second and third chance opportunities, I think that's the biggest key right there.
Yeah, and Air Force did a good job of maintaining their possession on the glass in the first matchup out in California. We'll talk about that as we get into this broadcast. But first, we will feature for the San Jose State Spartans Amari Moore, their number 10. 48% from the field. He's an inside-out scorer. He can score from all over. He's the only Spartan in double digits on the points per game. He's a dangerous player and someone that Air Force need to keep an eye on.
Yeah, 6'6" guard, dynamic, has really elevated his play recently. Is coming off an 18-point performance versus New Mexico and a 20-point outing versus San Diego State. Versatile scorer, looking for another big outing here this evening. And to go along with that 48%, he's shooting about 44% from beyond the arc, so one of the best shooters percentage-wise for the San Diego State team.
Yeah, he certainly is, and he's going to be going up against Air Force's own number 10, A.J. Walker. Walker just a tick under 47% from the field this season for Air Force. He's a dynamic scorer. We've seen him be a little bit quiet here, especially at Clune Arena lately, but when he gets on a roll, when things start to drop for him, he can really set the tempo for this Air Force offense.
Yeah, such a veteran, steady leader for this Falcon team. When it's all said and done, he's going to be well over a 1,300-point scorer during his career. Started over 102 games so far in his 4-year career. He's a complete player. He does a great job of scoring it at different levels. Really looking to get him back into that consistency, especially tonight here on senior night, getting a little bit of momentum into that Mountain West play.
Yeah, you mentioned senior night, one of 2 Falcon seniors that will be honored this evening. A.J. Walker, take a look at this highlight package. A very dynamic scorer and someone that Air Force is going to need to get in the flow of things offensively early in this basketball game. When we come back, it's the Spartans and it's the Falcons, and it's on the Mountain West Network. Are just about set and ready to go as the San Jose State Spartans make their way to United States Air Force Academy here at Clune Arena in Colorado Springs. I'm Roland Vargas alongside Rachel Galligan. Rachel will run through the starting fives real quick. First for the visitors, Ibrahima Diallo, Amari Moore, who we featured in the pregame, Alvaro Cardenas, Trey Anderson, and Tibet Guraner. And for the United States Air Force Academy, Joseph Octave, Jake Heidbreeder, Ethan Taylor, A.J. Walker, and the other senior, Abe Kinraid. We'll talk about the senior class for head coach Joe Scott's Falcons as we make our way into this broadcast. Just getting ready. Our officials tonight, Eric Curry, Michael Irving, D.G. Nelson. Looks like Eric Curry will be the one to toss the basketball up, and it will be the senior Abe Kinraid. He'll go up against the 7-foot sophomore from Senegal, Ibrahima Diallo. And we are ready for this one. Pleasure to have you along with us on the Mountain West Network here on a Tuesday evening from Clune Arena. Falcons control. Here's Ethan Taylor over to Heidbreeder, making himself available. A.J. Walker early on with the basketball. Down low to Kinraid. Taylor 4-3, had a hand in his face, altered the shot a little bit. San Jose State controls the rebound. Spartans. Basketball with Amari Moore. Over to Guraner. This is Cardenas. Cardenas will get the basketball back. Taylor forces him to his left. This is the young man from Istanbul, Guraner. Ball down low to the 7-footer. Looked like there might have been a bit of a push, but no whistle. Ibrahima Diallo with the first.
Diallo with an aggressive move. San Jose State looking to be aggressive in the paint early on. establishing their presence in the interior. It's going to be an important key for them this afternoon.
Yeah, it sure is. San Jose State had the mismatch. A.J. Walker, quick two for the Falcons, just turned right around the corner. He saw the explosiveness, got that. All he really needed was a half step, just blew right by the defender, lays it in, all even at 2. San Jose State, this is Amari Moore, sophomore from Pasadena. Gives it off to Trey Anderson, back to Moore. Guranera with the quick fire 3, a little bit long, pulled down though by Diallo, and a whistle's going to go against the Air Force Falcons on a bit of a hold as the big 7-footer from Senegal looked to go back up with the basketball. San Jose State will inbound. This is Cardenas, freshman out of Granada. Amari Moore, ball gets worked into the corner. Cardenas again. Trey Anderson dumps it down low. You've heard this before. There's Diallo, left that one short. Fight for the rebound. Referees are going to say that one went off of Abe Kinraid. And it will stay Spartan basketball. Referee's just going to have a chat on the far side of the court. It's Eric Curry talking with the scorekeepers. There's confirmation that Air Force foul one against Abe Kinraid, senior from Iowa. Inbounding the basketball will be Omari Moore, sophomore out of Middlebrooks Academy. Moore gets the basketball back. Dynamic scorer, as we talked about in the pregame. This is Cardenas. Cardenas over to Trey Anderson. 10 on the shot clock for the Spartans. Dump the basketball down low. Good job just to control that one from Diallo. And another quick whistle going to go against the Falcons. Air Force just trying to deny that entry. That one's going to go against Heidbreeder. And Diallo to the line.
Take another look at this. I mean, Diallo down there just battling for position. Every possession, it's been looking to get it and establish him early on as he misses his first free throw.
Yeah, just 46% from the charity stripe is the big 7-footer out of Northwestern Senegal. Played previously with the Buckeyes of Ohio State. This is a pair on that one. Air Force will take that. Ethan Taylor gets the basketball after Abe Kinraid controlled the rebound. This is Joseph Octave, quickly back to Taylor. Taylor felt the contact, spun around it. Pass into the corner for A.J. Walker, and a foul is going to go on the floor.
Been a little bit of a chippy start here so far to this game.
A lot of bit of a chippy start, early whistles.
Yeah, they're calling this one tight.
Yep, they sure are. Taylor to inbound the basketball. Tied at 2 here early on, Clune Arena. Tuesday night in Colorado Springs. A.J. Walker spins to the left, loses the handle momentarily, sees that shot rim out. San Jose State controls the board. This is Omari Moore. Moore over to Cardenas. Cardenas skips it into the corner. This basketball will find the young man from Istanbul, Guranera, with the left hand. Left it short. Abe Kinraid controls the rebound. Good job from Kinraid as he had 7-footer Diallo draped all over him. Here's Heidbreeder. Octave makes himself available for the ball. Now Ethan Taylor back to Octave. Octave strong to the left-hand side. A little bit of contact, no whistle there. Just a little bit short. That basketball falls into the arms of Omari Moore. Cardenas. Back to Omari Moore. Looks to turn the corner. Heidbreeder not buying it. Swatted away by the Falcons. Great defense there from Joseph Octave. Ethan Taylor eyes up. Octave back to Taylor. Taylor calls out what he wants. Hands it off to A.J. Walker. And Joseph Octave, sophomore from Gardena, California. There's the senior Kinraid. Long 3. Unlucky, just rims out.
Both teams being really patient offensively, working the half court, allowing that action and offense to kind of develop, looking for the shots they want. So far, the Falcons have done a pretty good job. They just can't get anything to fall. Both teams in about a 3-minute scoring drought.
And both teams, as you said, to your point, had some good looks, just unable to get the basketball to drop. There's a second quick foul going against Ibrahima Diallo. Got to be careful there. Does the big 7-footer. 16 minutes remain in the half. Here's Hydebreeder for the Falcons. A very impressive freshman campaign for Air Force's number 3. Kinraid. Now Taylor. Taylor over to left-hand side. This is Octave. Thought about the 3. Drives instead. Kicks to Kinraid. Went up strong. Whistle goes. Lined up his defender. Eyed him up the entire way. Took that one about as strong as you can, did Abe Kinraid. Whistle had to go. Air Force will go to the line, but in the meantime, we have a timeout. Chippy game, scrappy game, a lot of whistles, just tied at 2. Join us again after this on the Mountain West Network as that young man, the senior here on senior night, will be shooting free throws. Back at Clune Arena, just kidding on those free throws, actually go as an offensive foul against Kinraid. We digress and move on at the same time. Here's Cardenas with the basketball for San Jose State. Curled to the right, then gives it off to Guriner. Cardenas back again. Long 3 going to go up. Trey Anderson, that one always curling over to the right. Air Force, no pressure for the rebound. This is Taylor over to Joseph Octave. Octave gives it off. Lucas Mormon, first we've seen of Mormon in the basketball game. Replacing the senior Abe Kinraid. Mormon moves it along quickly to A.J. Walker. Walker, that's his spot. Knocks it down.
Really good to see Walker get going early and often. So far, 2 of 3 on the game. That's 4 points. But struggled a little bit offensively these last few games. Looking for a big outing here this evening.
A.J. Walker needed that basket. The Falcons did too. They've been held scoreless for quite a while right now. San Jose State on their own little scoreless drought, over 4 minutes for the Spartans. Nice little entry pass there. A.J. Walker took it well. Felt the contact, just left that one short with the left hand. Controlling the rebound is Moore. Moore over to Alvaro Cardenas, freshman from Granada. This is Moore. Moore steps back for the 3. Little flat. Air Force able to bring it down with Taylor. Taylor, eyes up. Gives it off to A.J. Walker, and he likewise to Joseph Octave. Walker again. Here's Hydebreeder. Hydebreeder, nice pass to Octave. Octave has the contact. Looked like a lot of contact. Uses the glass, gets it to fall. Strong play from Octave. 6-2 Falcons lead. This is Moore over to Cardenas. Cardenas played at the Get Better Academy in Prague. Long line of very high-level collegiate players and professional players that have played there. Walker quickly over to Hydebreeder. Hydebreeder slows it down. Taylor, Octave. Ethan Taylor, nice little cut from Jake Hydebreeder, and the finish. Air Force now starting getting into a rhythm offensively.
Well, and that's just a great job of, reading the overplay. That little backdoor pass has been effective since that last media timeout. Being able to recognize, hey, when can you catch your defender with their head slightly turned with an opportunity at the rim?
3 going to be short the whole way. Lucas Mormon changed the trajectory of that shot as he closed out. Guriner in the corner. Taylor over to Octave. Mormon. Hydebreeder. Mormon. This is Ethan Taylor. Hydebreeder. It's a couple times now that he's thought about that shot. Gives it off. And the foul is going to go a little slow. Moving side to side was Trey Anderson, who will pick up that foul. Anderson, the sophomore out of San Diego. You see Air Force, great ball movement, strong finish from Jake Hydebreeder. Added that to his game as this season has gone on. Came into the academy as a very deadly spot-up shooter, but head coach Joe Scott had a great impact on Hydebreeder as he's just matured his game. Another wonderful entry pass from Air Force. That time Taylor finding Octave down low, and he's hacked.
How about that pass right there?
Yeah, just on a rope from Ethan Taylor. And Joseph Octave to the line. The sophomore out of Mary Star of the Sea High School in Gardena, home of the Stars. Octave, a 56% free throw shooter on the season, knocks down the first. Another one of these young Falcons who looks to have a very promising career ahead of him here at the academy. That one looked short when he left his hand. And Diallo brings down the board. This is Omari Moore checking into the basketball game for San Jose State is Myron Amy Jr., freshman from Vacaville. Well, an hour and a half or so, depending on traffic, northeast of San Francisco. Moore been held quiet so far by the Falcons. Three from the corner, long rebound, Ethan Taylor. Taylor looks up for an outlet, doesn't see one, gives it off to Octave. Octave back to Taylor. Now Lucas Mormon. Taylor, 12 minutes remain in the half. Octave, Taylor, Heidbreeder. Falcons very active on the offensive end. This is Octave, difficult shot. Had to force that one. Just pushed it long. San Jose State will slow down proceedings. Their head coach, Tim Miles, bellows out instructions. Diallo had a hand all over him from Lucas Mormon. It looked like he walked with the basketball. That will be the call. That'll be a turnover. Air Force 9-2. They lead as Diallo just tries to walk around Lucas Mormon. We'll be back after this. You're watching Falcon Basketball on the Mountain West Network. 9-2, the Falcons a lead after almost 10 minutes of basketball here at Clune Arena at the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs alongside Rachel Galligan. I'm Roland Vargas. Rachel, you and I were talking off air during that break. 11% from the floor for San Jose State in this opening half.
Yeah, just 11%. I mean, that is not the start you want to have. And I love the last play call, establishing Diallo out of that horn set. It's just when he was able to come down, he is swarmed with Falcons all around him. Picked up that traveling call. Right now, the Falcons doing a phenomenal job on the offense. As I just jinxed them, they turned the basketball over, but I think they've done a phenomenal job of moving the basketball, and a statement right there breaks about a 7.5 minute scoring drought.
Yeah, just what I was going to mention. Almost 8 minutes that San Jose State was kept off the score charts, but more with the emphatic flush after the steal. A.J. Walker posting up down low. Lovely little left-handed turnaround from Walker.
Well, and that's what he can do. You know, at just 6'2", he's so strong and he's so smart. Being able to use that veteran presence on the inside and take advantage of mismatches. I love the look of him posting up in the paint.
Diallo gets the offensive rebound, able to finish. Checking in to the basketball game for the Spartans also is their number one, Caleb Simons, the grad student. Went to high school down in the Valley of the Sun, Desert Vista High School. Wrapping up his collegiate careers. Jake Heidbreeder will inbound the ball. Falcons, their lead trimmed now to 11-6. It's a scrappy opener to this basketball game. A lot of whistles, a couple turnovers mixed in, and a few scoring droughts as well. Just like that 7.5+ minute one from San Jose State. Another pick from Moore, goes coast to coast, finishes with the flush. Omari Moore starting to warm up.
And just like that, it's a single possession game. Just a couple of quick turnovers, and great job by the Spartans being able to exploit that.
Yeah, just gifted their last couple points. Heidbreeder, long three, nails it. First of the night for Jake Heidbreeder. That's exactly what Air Force need to stretch the San Jose State Spartan defense. Freshman Heidbreeder knocks down his first tray. Here's Gouranair. Trapped over to Moore. Moore looks down low. Diallo turns to the left-hand side. Looked like he walked again. No call. Gets the finish. This game really heated up here. Need more of those timeouts if they're going to come back in like this. Heidbreeder over to Camden Vanderswag, who's in for the Falcons. Now A.J. Walker. Walker that time with just a little left-handed floater. San Jose State Able to pull it down. Nick Jackson getting ready to check in. Next dead ball timeout for Air Force, otherwise known as right now. Nick Jackson will make his way in for the Falcons. Alvaro Cardenas, the 6'1" freshman out of Granada, there in Andalusia in southern Spain. San Jose State. Amy Jr. will inbound. Finds Moore. Mari Moore, guarded by Taylor. Gives it off. Here's Amy Jr. Now Moore. San Jose State making that late cut was Amy. And foul.
Take another look at this. Just saw that open seam. No backside rotation. San Jose State's done a really good job of getting themselves to the free throw line so far this evening. And you know, when shots aren't falling your way, pounding it inside into the paint, looking to be aggressive off the bounce. But you got to connect on them.
Amy Jr., really nice 69% from the charity stripe this season. Line up for his second. Freshman from Vacaville High School, home of the Bulldogs. Both teams making changes to their lineup. Carter Murphy in for the Air Force Falcons. Ethan Taylor calls out the offense. Nick Jackson, who we mentioned, is in for Air Force. Dangerous pass there. I'm not sure how that one got through to Vanderswag, but it did. Here is Nick Jackson. Jackson to the right-hand side. Always wants to spin left. Does just that. Able to get the finish off glass. He'll go to the line for a three-point play.
Like you said right there, he wants to go over his right shoulder, finishing with that left hand. Great job. Great composure there. I thought might have gotten away with a little bit of a carry, but that's okay. Falcons will take it and want opportunity.
Nick Jackson to the line. 62% from the stripe this season. Sees that one rim out. Does the young man, another player in this basketball game from the Valley of the Sun. And here is Cardenas. Cardenas quickly off. And quickly back up is Sean Robinson. Checking in for San Jose State. The redshirt freshman out of the Windy City. Redshirted last year at Ole Miss. Vanderswag thought about backing down. Does that now. Gives it off to Heidbreeder. 10 on the shot clock for the Falcons. Carter Murphy over to Nick Jackson. Here's Vanderswag again. Just 5 on the shot clock. Falcons have to rush. Beautiful entry pass and a good finish from Nick Jackson.
Yep, that's exactly where that pass needed to go. Both defenders miscommunicated on that ball screen. Great job on the roll. Wide open look at the rim.
Falcons lead is 5. Over into the corner for Amari Moore. Moore to Cardenas. To Amy Jr. Drives to the right. Just 5 on the shot clock. Moore, strong take with the left hand. Nick Jackson on the defense. Is that one a little bit strong? Once again, game picking up a little bit of pace. Heidbreeder swings it over. Heidbreeder gets it back. Got Moore on him. Moore commits the foul. Jake Heidbreeder will go to the line. But first, we will take a timeout. The Falcons, they lead by 5. You're watching Air Force Academy basketball on the Mountain West Network. A.J. Walker early on in this basketball game leading the Air Force Falcons, doing it from outside and in, is one of the 2 Air Force seniors being honored here on senior night. Air Force with the 5-point lead. They look to extend that as Jake Heidbreeder going to shoot a couple of free throws for the Falcons. Knocks down the first. He's the freshman out of Floyd's Knobs, Indiana. A 80% free throw shooter on the season. That one stayed on the rim for a while. Just 1 of 2 for Heidbreeder on that trip. And Alvaro Cardenas for San Jose State, running the point as he's done all evening long. This is Ibrahima Diallo, 7-foot center from Senegal. That one tipped just in front of the Falcon bench. It'll be Air Force basketball. Taylor will get it into Carter Murphy and should get the basketball back, and he does. Ethan Taylor, freshman guard out of the great city of Houston, Texas. Nick Jackson.
How about that? That is not what you want to have when you get a missed opportunity there for the Falcons. Force the turnover, an unforced turnover, and then you come down and do the same exact thing.
It just took his eyes off the basketball. Is right in front of our commentary position here, courtside at Clune Arena. Diallo over to Omari Moore. Moore's been held relatively in check so far by Air Force in this basketball game. The most dangerous scorer on this San Jose State team. Cardenas just lets Diallo do all the work, leaves the first one short, able to clean up his rebound, just cannot coach that size. Good determination there from the big 7-foot center. Goes straight back up, gets his 6 points. 6th point, easy for me to say, of the basketball game. And it wasn't even his 6th point, it was his 8th point. So there we go. Nick Jackson for Air Force over to Hydebreeder. Hydebreeder, a little shake and bake. Back to Nick Jackson, open for a little bit long. Bringing it down was Myron Amy Jr. Will bring the basketball up. Guarded here by Camden Vanderswap. Omari Moore. Falcons lead by 4. Cardenas lost the handle for a second, got it back. Just does not want to shoot that basketball, does the freshman from Granada. Poked away, great defense by Carter Murphy, atoning for that turnover on the last possession for Air Force. Nick Jackson. Camden Vanderswap. Look like a kick basketball, and it will be off the left foot of Ibrahima Diallo. Air Force going to make a couple of changes. Lucas Moorman, one of them. Joseph Octave, the other. Those will happen after a timeout on the floor. Falcons, they lead 4. You're watching Air Force basketball on the Mountain West Network. Shade under 5 minutes remaining in the first half here at Clune Arena at the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. I'm Roland Vargas alongside Rachel Galligan. Pleasure to have you along with us after a beautiful Tuesday here in the Front Range. Air Force to inbound the basketball, the 4-point lead. This is Ethan Taylor to get it in. Making himself available beautifully as Carter Murphy ran a long way to get on the end of that one. San Jose State just fell asleep. Murphy able to finish. Just
like Joe Scott drew up in the timeout, I am sure. Great execution there by the Falcons. Looking to come down here and see if they get themselves a stop. Force San Jose into contested perimeter shots.
Getting a little chippy there from Diallo. Didn't like the contact from Moorman. Air Force initially had a double team when the 7-footer Diallo got the basketball. Change for San Jose State. First time we're going to see Josh O'Garo, the redshirt freshman from the Cayman Islands, checking in. Played his redshirt season at the Sooners down in Norman. For 3. Murphy, a little bit long. Diallo brings down the board. O'Garo went to high school in California at Santa Clarita Christian, home of the Cardinals. 3 from San Jose State, always long. Fighting for it down low was Trey Anderson. That'll be Air Force basketball. Ethan Taylor, again tasked with running the point. It was the prep school athlete of the year. Last year was Ethan Taylor. Just south of our broadcast position here at Clune Arena. It's the prep school at the Air Force Academy. Hydebreeder over to Joseph Octave. This is Ethan Taylor. Feels the contact. Gives it off Lucas Moorman from the baseline. A little strong. Diallo was late on closing out. Diallo is a little winded as he makes his way down the court. Corner three from the Spartans. Diallo able to tip it back. And Amy Jr. with his third point of the game. San Jose State, you'd think Air Force is really taking control of this basketball game, extending the lead, but San Jose State just not going away, just chipping away, staying right in this one.
Yeah, they're able to stay in it, just kind of always have an answer right when you think Air Force might pull away. And the Spartans really struggle from the three-point line. I mean, as you see a bit of a response there from the Falcons, but San Jose State 0 of 7. This is a team that shoots at about 36%, so part of that struggle is just being able to connect and see the ball go through the net beyond the arc.
And they started 1 of 9, did San Jose State. 11%. It's Diallo. Double digits now for the big man from Senegal. Mormon. Over to Carter Murphy. Been an impact off the bench has Murphy. Junior from Phoenix, to Arcadia High School in the Valley. Couple of defenders coming over. Diallo got a huge piece of that one. San Jose State quickly down the other end. Myron Amy Jr. takes the contact, finishes nicely with the right hand. And we have got a 23-21 basketball game. The San Jose State all the way down early in this game, but they've clawed their way back. They're within 2, and they'll shoot a free throw after this. Falcons see their lead trim to just 2. 23-21 Air Force leads over the Spartans of San Jose State here at Clune Arena. Myron Amy Jr., MJ, will shoot a free throw, looking to complete a three-point play. I mentioned it earlier. Nice percentage from the line for Amy Jr. Air Force just letting the San Jose State Spartan team stay in this basketball game. Diallo has been more than a handful down low. Difficult to stop for the Falcons. I'll check out of the game to get a bit of a breather. Caleb Simmons will come in, a grad student out of Vallejo, California. Ethan Taylor with the basketball. That one picked away. This is Amy Jr. goes in for the flush. And we have got a San Jose State Spartan lead.
First lead of the game. And it starts with paint points. We talked about Diallo right out of that break. San Jose State, 22 of their 24 points have come in the paint. Spartans are on a 7-0 run.
You mentioned it as well. 0 for 7 from behind the arc for San Jose State.
Well, and you got to talk about the fact that Diallo has a double-double right now.
Yeah, already.
10 points, 10 rebounds, 5 of 7 from the field.
Just got to be careful with those fouls. Totting up for the 7-footer Diallo. He's checked out. You mentioned it. Looking a little bit worse for wear the last couple of minutes here at altitude in Colorado Springs. Hyde Breeder, this is the second. And we have a tie basketball game. This is Amari Moore, sophomore from Pasadena. Went to the Middlebrooks Academy. Amy Jr. feeling the hot hand. That whistle's going to go up before the shot. It was Joseph Octave picking up his first personal foul of the evening. And MJ, Myron Amy Jr., back to the line. It's 2 of 3 so far this evening. Make it 3 of 4. Just a freshman. Referee just might see a little bit of blood. Not exactly sure what the delay is for.
Not real sure what is going on. Looks like we've got somebody looking for.
I think it's a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of a cut. Referees were just looking at the forearm of Joseph Octave. Don't see anything on Octave. And our referee Michael Irving on top of it, down low. Looks like we're good to go. All smiles from Mr. Irving. One more shot remaining for Amy Jr. Knocks it down after the delay. 4 of 6. Or excuse me, 4 of 5 for Amy Jr. from the line. Taylor.
How much of a spark has Amy Jr. been for San Jose State?
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Double digits for him. Unlucky not to control that one with Sean Robinson right in front of the scorer's table. Read the pass, jumped it, just unable to get out and run. It's the 6'9" redshirt freshman from Chicago. Referees with another quick chat here. Once again, our referees, Eric Curry, Michael Irving, D.G. Nelson. Jake Heidbreeder to inbound right next to Tim Miles. Had a great tenure with the Cornhuskers at the University of Nebraska. Heidbreeder. This is Octave. Joseph Octave absorbing a lot of contact. Just fights through it and gets that one to drop.
How about that shot? I have no idea how he got that to fall, but just powered his way in the paint over 2 defenders.
Yeah, great persistence from Octave. Amy Jr. sees that one slapped out of his hands. Jeffrey Mills into the game for Air Force. Ethan Taylor down the other end. Speaking of seeing it swatted away, Amari Moore coming from nowhere to make the rejection. 35 seconds remaining in the half. This is Gurinair. Now Caleb Simons. Amy Jr. gets the basketball back from Sean Robinson. Slowing it down, Amari Moore. 5 on the shot clock. Moore strong with the right hand, left it short. Battle for the rebound. Octave only able to push it away. San Jose State can hold here for the last shot of the first half. Tied 26 apiece. Pleasure to have you along with us on this gorgeous Tuesday evening. Down low, Robinson sees it swatted away from Lucas Mormon. That will bring an end to the first half. The Spartans and the Falcons tied 26 apiece. You're watching Air Force basketball on the Mountain West Network. Join us after this for the halftime show. Inside Clune Arena here at the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. Wild first half as the Spartans and Falcons are tied at 26 here on senior night at the Academy. Air Force having 2 seniors on their team. The first one being honored, Abe Kinraid, 4-year letter winner for the Falcons. 70 career games for Kinraid, 151 career points, 82% from the free throw line in his career. Upon graduation in May, he will be joining the Air Force, will be commissioned in the Air Force as a 2nd lieutenant, will begin his career as an acquisitions officer at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio. And what about this young man, A.J. Walker, one of the most consistent Falcons in his career? 115 games played for A.J. Walker. Wonderful career for the Falcons, 1,392 points. You see A.J. Walker on the left of your screen, Aiden Kinraid on the right here on senior night. We appreciate you watching on this Tuesday evening. We'll be back after this. We'll talk some stats, we'll talk some highlights from that first half, and we'll get you set for the second half here at Clune Arena on the Mountain West Network. I'm at Clune Arena, 26 apiece between Air Force and San Jose State. Roland Vargas, Rachel Galligan. Rachel will take a look at some of the stats from that first half. Doesn't make for the prettiest of looking. That half really was stop-start. Neither team really got into a flow offensively.
Yeah, I mean, San Jose State at one point was shooting just 11%, but you have to credit their tenacity, being able to get the ball in the paint. Paint points are the difference of this game. 22 of their 26 points have come in the paint. They are out rebounding the Falcons 22-10. That is a massive differential. That is with 6 second chance points. They've got 11 fast break points. But on the flip side, you know, Air Force has done a good job. You know, they connected on a lot of shots early on. You see still neither team shooting great from the 3-point line. Falcons just 20%. But really, they forced San Jose State, though, 9 turnovers, and they themselves have 16 paint points. So both teams in the locker room right now talking about those second half adjustments and figuring out how can they get them the shot to fall just a little bit more than what it has.
Yeah, no, Air Force players really got into a rhythm in that first half. One player who started strongly was one of the 2 seniors honored here on senior night at the Academy, A.J. Walker. He's got 6 points in the first half on 3 of 6 from the field. Fort Lewis math tells me that's 50%. Great little backdoor cut. Jake Heidbreeder took that pass wonderfully. We saw Air Force able to exploit that a couple of times, draw the center out and then hit in behind with those quick little cuts, as you see A.J. Walker for his 6 point, and then it was all about the Diallo show down at the other end. He was the first player in this game with double digits, the big 7-foot center, and you mentioned it during live time, Myron Amy Jr., what a contribution off the bench from him.
He came in, he was a complete spark for the Spartans, was able to get out in transition, get some fast break points. The Falcons, great job there by Octave battling, somehow got that one to fall. It was kind of back and forth from that moment on, those final 5 minutes of the game. So far, we've got a game that's been tied 3 times, 2 different lead changes. It's going to be an interesting second half.
Yeah, it sure will. Stick around and join us for that second half. Spartans and Falcons tied at 26. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
The Strip, the food, the fun, and the basketball. This March, your Falcons return to Las Vegas as the Thomas and Mack Center welcomes back you, the fans. Get your tickets now.
Access the Mountain West Conference wherever you are. Get the ultimate fan experience with the official Mountain West app for mobile and connected TV devices. Can't make it to the game? Watch your favorite Mountain West basketball, softball, baseball teams, and all Mountain West championship events live or archived. Catch the Mountain West Network games live on your TV or mobile device. Keep up with the action in your favorite Mountain West sport wherever you are, whenever you want. Download the all-new Mountain West app for free today.
Las Vegas, the glow of the Strip, the world-class food and entertainment, the pure, unadulterated fun, and the basketball. After a March void of MW madness only the most passionate sports fans can provide, the Mountain West returns to the nation's college basketball tournament capital as the Thomas and Mack Center welcomes back the blocks, the slams, the buzzer beaters, and you, the fans.
Back inside Clune Arena at the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. I'm Roland Vargas, joined by Rachel Galligan. We are, for better or worse, ready for the start of the second half here. San Jose State and Air Force tied at 26 apiece. Air Force really controlled that first half for large swaths of the game, but then San Jose State able to claw their way back in and doing so without knocking down any threes yet in this game, Rachel.
And we talked about it during the break. Amy Jr., really that spark for the Spartans, came out, got a bunch of transition buckets, was able to keep them in this game. I mean, we talked about it, the Falcons have, just when they kind of pull ahead by a few possessions, San Jose State does a great job of responding, and it all has been paint points and establishing Diallo inside, which right off the bat, no surprise, that's exactly what they want to do.
Yep, go straight to the big 7-footer out of Sali, Senegal. Very beachy destination there in northwest Senegal. Top tourist destination in West Africa. Cardenas inbounds the basketball to Omari Moore, who we featured in the pregame. Cardenas gets it back over to Gouraner, and down low again to Diallo. Diallo working on Lucas Mormon, takes the contact. Looked like he took an extra step or two. Referees don't call it. Diallo able to pick that one up. A little bit of contact on Ethan Taylor. Good defense, though, from Taylor. That basketball is just going to clip off of Lucas Mormon, and it'll stay with the Spartans. Alvaro Gartinas, freshman from the beautiful town of Granada. Long three from Moore. Had to rush it at the end of the shot clock. What a way to knock down your first three-pointer of the game if you're the Spartans.
And doing it early on in that second half. Finally, a team that shoots about 36% on the season connect on their first three, like you said, from about the logo.
Incredible shot just to try to beat the shot clock. Sure did that. Did Omari Moore. This is Joseph Octave, Lucas Mormon, Ethan Taylor now popping up in front of the Falcon bench. Back to Joseph Octave. Octave working on Trey Anderson. Diallo comes across, and that one gets swatted away. That, in the end, will be a shot clock violation. San Jose State, they still lead by 3. Joe Scott barking out instructions to his Falcons. It's Alvaro Cardenas with the basketball. We mentioned, played at the Get Better Academy in Prague before making his way to the States for college. This is Trey Anderson, down low to Ibrahima Diallo, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Lucas Mormon was defending Diallo. Diallo just pushed off. Air Force basketball.
You know, and I have to give the Falcons credit. For as much as it's known that they're trying to get the ball inside to Diallo, every look that he has gotten has been so difficult, and he has been swarmed. 1 or 2 Falcon defenders around him, a couple travel calls. It's been frustrating. Every point he gets, he has to really earn.
A.J. Walker for Air Force out to Lucas Mormon. 3 ball, rattles out. And still, the Spartans lead by 3. This is Omari Moore to Cardenas. Now Trey Anderson, the sophomore from San Diego. 3 ball up from the corner. That was Tibet Goraner that launched the 3. That one looks like it's going to stay Spartan basketball, and it will do just that. 20. Shot clock for San Jose State. This is Trey Anderson. Gives it off to Ibrahima Diallo. Diallo spins over to left-hand side. Rush the shot. Mormon brings down the rebound. Now Ethan Taylor for Air Force. Octave. Mormon. This is A.J. Walker here on senior night. A.J. Walker forced backwards with the basketball. Octave. Mormon, same spot as the last time.
Just can't get it to fall. It looks good. He's shooting it with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, had a lot more space on that second one than he did just a couple minutes ago. Unable to see it drop. Fight for the basketball. Mormon takes the second one away from Diallo. A.J. Walker, no look to Octave. Slows it down to Taylor. This is Jake Heidbreeder. A.J. Walker. Active defense from San Jose State. This is Joseph Octave. Octave goes in down low, catches that one off the bottom of the backboard, and is able to finish. 7 for Joseph Octave now tonight. Cardenas. It's going to say that Omari Moore stepped out of bounds. Sean Robinson, we've seen him before in this game, the redshirt freshman out of Chicago. As we take a look back, Joseph Octave able to clean that up right there. Just pick it up, go right back up, shoot, get another 2. 3 of 7 from the floor for Octave. Lucas Mormon off to Heidbreeder. Snaps a quick 3. Catches the side iron, as Josh Howe would like to say. Cardenas now with the basketball over to Omari Moore. Goraner with the 3. High arcing shot there from the young man out of Istanbul. Heidbreeder. A.J. Walker guarded by Cardenas. Goes right around Cardenas. A.J. Walker not able to get the shot to drop, but Cardenas with the foul. Great speed, though, from A.J. Walker, using that baseline to turn. San Jose State, they're going to lead by 1 as we head to a break. A.J. Walker driving, trying to get the Falcons back in this one. He will go to the line next on the Mountain West Network. Walker getting ready to shoot his first free throws of this Tuesday evening. Back inside Clune Arena. Spartans lead 29-28. Roland Vargas, Rachel Galligan. Pleasure to have you along with us on the Mountain West Network. Walker still 3 of 6 from the field, short on the first free throw. Stays at 6 points for the Air Force senior being honored here on senior night. Senior guard out of the Alamo City, San Antonio, Texas. Knocks down the second. We've got a tie basketball game here at 29. Game never really gotten into much of a flow. It's been scrappy. It's been low scoring. San Jose State, you mentioned it during the halftime segment, starting 1 of 11 as Gouranair jacks up another 3. It's now 0 for 5 from beyond the arc is the young man from the city formerly known as Constantinople. A.J. Walker back with the basketball for Air Force. Lucas Mormon fighting down low. Sees that first one blocked. That's going to be a jump ball. Good hustle from Lucas Mormon. Possession arrow will favor the Falcons. And it'll stay Air Force ball. 11 on the shot clock. Ethan Taylor to inbound.
Falcons underneath out of bounds execution has been really good so far this evening. And right now, with San Jose State not scoring close to about 4.5 minutes, Falcons got to find a way to capitalize offensively.
A.J. Walker's going to have to rush this one. He does. Good if it goes. A little bit strong from Walker. Hustle on that rebound from Trey Anderson, was able to do just enough. Look like he's going to be all right. Amari Moore just waiting for the sophomore from San Diego. This is Myron Amy Jr. He will go to the line for 3. What an impact in this basketball game. That's 12 now for MJ Jr., the freshman from Vacaville.
Now he's just been aggressive. He's decided to put his head down, get it to the rim. Plays with such a tremendous motor, and right now both teams shooting under 14% in this second half, and that's what you got to do. You've got to be aggressive, get yourself to the free throw line, see the ball go through the net as he just did. That breaks, well, won't technically break it, but a bit of a 4.5 minute scoring drought for the Spartans.
Yeah, and improving on that nice free throw percentage of Amy Jr. So San Jose State, they lead by 3. This is Lucas Mormon over to Ethan Taylor. Taylor got trapped for a second. A.J. Walker for 3. Right in rhythm there for A.J. Walker. He needed that one, and Air Force certainly needed that. His first 3 of the evening for the senior on senior night.
Yeah, you need Walker to continue to get going. He needs to be looking for his shots. This is his moment. Senior night, looking to be aggressive offensively. That's a big bucket. Desperately needed for the Falcons, and another missed shot.
And another missed 3 from Gouranair. That's 0 for 6 now for the freshman from Istanbul. Started his collegiate career at the University of Arizona before transferring over to San Jose State. This is A.J. Walker with the hot hand for Air Force, guarded by Gouranair. Altered the shot, bringing down the rebound was Trey Anderson. This is Amari Moore. Moore gets the basketball back. Big 7-footer, Ibrahima Diallo, about ready to check into the basketball game for the Spartans. This is Myron Amy Jr. Skying for that rebound was Joseph Octave. Good position from Air Force's number 0. Beautiful cut from Octave, but just unable to get on the end of the pass. Nick Jackson gonna counter that move from San Jose State. He'll check in. Next dead ball for Air Force. 12 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the second half. This is Amari Moore off to Gouranair. Moore again, isolating Ethan Taylor. Taylor stays in front of him. Great defense from Ethan Taylor. Ethan Taylor, see if Air Force can break out with the basketball. This is Joseph Octave. Octave bit wild. Lucas Mormon there to clean up. He draws the foul and will go to the line. Lucas Mormon, a 28% free throw shooter this season. Here's his first. Freshman out of right here in, my goodness, in Colorado Springs. That one went around the world a couple times before dropping. Went to Doherty High School. Played at the prep school. Did Doherty High School, home of the Spartans. A lot of Spartans on show tonight. Met one of 9 freshmen who played together at the prep school is Lucas Mormon. Look at Heidbreeder come in, grab the rebound for Air Force. Second chance points now for the Falcons, trying to work that one into the corner. The dreaded commentator's curse as Air Force was trying to find Carter Murphy. Looking for the spectacular was Trey Anderson. In the end, a spectacularly long rebound. A.J. Walker over to Heidbreeder. Heidbreeder, Lucas Mormon for the flush. Here we go, Falcons.
Finally, Air Force, a little bit of momentum, and now you get that media timeout coming up. A big stop here.
Crowd starting to get into this one as well. Here's Ibrahima Diallo over to Alvaro Cardenas. Now Trey Anderson back to Cardenas. Cardenas just does not want to shoot the basketball, and he's going to get bailed out with the foul call. Joseph Octave upset with that call as we see Heidbreeder gives it off to Mormon. Mormon with the 2 hands drains that one. What a pass from Heidbreeder. What a finish from Lucas Mormon. 3 points, the Air Force lead. We'll be back on the Mountain West Network after this. (35-32), the Air Force Academy leads visiting Spartans of San Jose State here at Clune Arena. Roland Vargas alongside Rachel Galligan. Honor to have you along with us on a Tuesday night from Colorado Springs on the Mountain West Network. San Jose State will get the basketball in. Got a fresh 20 on the shot clock. It'll be Alvaro Cardenas, the freshman from Andalucia, who gets the ball in. This is Omari Moore. Back to Cardenas. Guarded by Carter Murphy. Now Myron Amy Jr. Diallo trying to establish down low. Foul's going to go against Diallo. Had the mismatch down low, but just pushed himself in. Referee's right on top of that.
That'll be Diallo's 3rd foul of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
A.J. Walker over to Joseph Octave. Octave finds Nick Jackson. Nick Jackson's got Diallo on him. Difficult shot from Nick Jackson. Unlucky not to get the hometown roll. San Jose State quickly pushing the pace. MJ Amy Jr. That's going to be another offensive foul called against San Jose State.
15th turnover of the game for the Spartans. Really struggled here the second half. Stretches with just consecutive back-to-back turnovers. As get another look at this one, just a little bit with that hip. Another opportunity for the Falcons to capitalize. There's that backdoor pass. They turn it over themselves. Great job by the Spartans. They made those adjustments. They got beat on that a couple times early on in the game.
And Air Force kind of telegraphed that one a little bit. Turnovers really starting to tot up now. Omari Moore just passing that one right into his bench.
But, you know, if you're the Falcons, you know, you force 3 straight turnovers in the last few possessions. You've got to be able to come down here and capitalize offensively. Stretch this lead out as much as you possibly can. You're getting the stops.
And to let our viewers in behind the curtain, that's exactly what you were saying to me during that last dead ball timeout. Air Force doing what they need to do defensively, just not able to tot up enough points. Omari Moore, athletic save. Basketball game getting real scrappy now. As Myron Amy Jr. gives it off to Trey Anderson. Amy Jr. gets the basketball back, kicks it out. Sean Robinson thought about the 3, spins back to the right-hand side. Contact for 2. He will go to the line for 3. Redshirt freshman out of the Windy City.
Good strong take care there by Robinson, breaking just a 5-minute scoring drought, getting himself to the free throw line. Falcons on a 6-0 run up until that point.
79% free throw shooter this season is Sean Robinson. Camden Vanderswag, junior from Johnston, Iowa, to Johnston High School, home of the Dragons. Jake Heidbreeder quickly out to the aforementioned Vanderswag. A.J. Walker now into the corner for Carter Murphy. Down to Jake Heidbreeder. Heidbreeder got more on him. Looks for help. Gets it from Vanderswag. This is A.J. Walker. Falcons moving the basketball with purpose this possession. Lucas Mormon trying to establish himself. A.J. Walker using that plant foot. Just leaves it a little bit short with that left hand. And the Spartans able to bring down the rebound. They trail by 1. Long three going up. Long three going in. Myron Amy Jr. 16 now off the bench for the freshman from Vacaville. What a performance.
So he's been phenomenal. Yeah. The Falcons really have not had an answer for him. And when he's able to stretch the floor like that and knock down open shots between him and Diallo, that's been the answer for the Spartans.
Yeah, that's a very good point. He's really been the offensive outlet for San Jose State as Camden Vanderswag stepping into that one, draining a huge three there for the Falcons. This game back and forth. Air Force now, they lead 38-37 after that three. What a shot that is from Camden Vanderswag. We'll be back on the Mountain West Network. Vanderswag's three giving Air Force a 1-point lead in a back-and-forth basketball game here at Clune Arena in Colorado Springs. Pleasure to have you along with us on the Mountain West Network. This is Amari Moore. Gives the basketball off to Myron Amy Jr. Now Alvaro Cardenas for the Spartans of San Jose State. Myron Amy Jr. could see what he wanted to do, taking that one strong to the rack. Gets fouled.
And he's just made an absolute killing from the charity stripe. Good strong take, gets hammered at the rim. And I mean, again, I've said it 1,000 times, when shots are hard to come by. This will be his 7th and 8th shot attempt.
Yeah, 6 of 7 so far in this game for Myron Amy Jr., a.k.a. MJ, the freshman from Vacaville. It's northeast of the great city of San Francisco. Jake Heidbreeder over to A.J. Walker. Now into the corner for Carter Murphy. Murphy back to Walker. Lucas Mormon making himself available. Walker decides to go to Murphy. Steal away. Looking for the strong flush. And what about that from Sean Robinson? He's going to get teed up for hanging on the rim. Eric Curry didn't like that one bit.
Let's take another look at this. My goodness, just a little bit too much on there. Like you said, Curry is not about it. Teed him up real quick. That is not the type of call you want to have in a game that is this tight.
Good look at Tim Miles, head coach for San Jose State. As someone who's lucky to just touch the rim, I say let him go in there, maybe do a pull-up. But, you know, that was a quick whistle. But you've seen it called plenty of times in college basketball. Unlucky on Sean Robinson. Air Force, though, will take that. They knock down their technical free throw. And they just trail by 2. That one going to stay Air Force basketball. It's just swatted away from fingertips of Camden Vanderswag. Ethan Taylor to inbound. 8:08, the area code of the great state of Hawaii on the game clock. And an offensive foul going against Air Force.
Joe Scott is not happy with that call.
He's telling the referee, D.G. Nelson, that there wasn't any movement. He's to coming together, but the Air Force player didn't move into San Jose State, but we play on. Cardenas forced to give it off to Sean Robinson. Robinson back to MJ Amy Jr. Spins to the right-hand side. Long on that one. And Lucas Mormon controls the board, hands it off to Ethan Taylor. Taylor held scoreless in this basketball game so far for the Air Force Falcons. This is Vanderswag back over to Mormon. This is Jake Heidbreeder guarded by Cardenas. Ethan Taylor right on cue drives in. Lucas Mormon cleans up with the rebound and the putback and gets fouled in the process.
Got some emotion out of Mormon on that one. Those second chance opportunities, there's not been a lot of them so far this evening, but man, when they've come, they've been huge.
Tied at 41. Lucas Mormon to the line when we come back on the Mountain West Network. Ball game all tied up once again, 41 apiece. Spartans, Falcons. Lucas Mormon knocks down the free throw, giving Air Force the 1-point lead. Barrow Cardenas running the point as he has done all evening long. The young Spaniard still held scoreless by Air Force. This is Amari Moore, who featured in the pregame. Been kept relatively in check from an Air Force perspective. He's forced to give up the basketball to Cardenas. 5 on the shot clock. Cardenas sees that one blocked right in front of him. Great defense from Camden Vanderswag. Vanderswag. A.J. Walker. Now Ethan Taylor. Over to Jake Heidbreeder.
I'm going right inside at Diallo. He's got 4 fouls. Checked back into the game.
A.J. Walker backing down. Foul on Trey Anderson, sophomore from Mater Dei Catholic High School down there in San Diego, home of the Crusaders. A.J. Walker to the line. Just 1 of 2 from the stripe for the senior here on senior night. Barry to first. Change for San Jose State. They'll bring out Anderson. In comes Tibet Goraner, freshman from Istanbul. Goraner into Cardenas after A.J. Walker extends Air Force's lead to 3. Cardenas. Down low for Diallo. Air Force doubled him up with Heidbreeder and Mormon. This is Moore. Goraner. Moore. Forced to give it up. 5 on the shot clock. Cardenas. A.J. Walker not biting on that one. Got a piece of that pass. Finds its way to Diallo. Diallo lost the handle. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
Big stop there for the Falcons. Their 17th forced turnover of the game. An opportunity here. Still just a single possession game. This game is going to come down to the wire. You just get the feeling about it.
Yeah, it sure is. It's had that written all over it ever since we got this one underway a couple hours ago at Clune Arena. A.J. Walker gives it off. Lucas Mormon just led him a little bit on that pass. That's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor San Jose State. Goraner to inbound to Myron Amy Jr. Very impressive performance. 18 for Amy Jr. Here's Diallo. You mentioned it with those 4 fouls. Could play a huge role in this basketball game as we get into championship time, as Omari Moore kisses that one off the glass for his 9th point of the game. Wide open 3 from Air Force. Vanderswag a little bit short. San Jose State won't mind Air Force rushing that possession. San Jose State, they will take a timeout. Air Force lead by 1 here on the Mountain West West Network, but that's just a jinx. That's a tease. We're going to stay here. Rachel, with this 1-point lead, you mentioned the 4 fouls. What's the key to try to isolating Diallo, seeing if you can't force him into a decision that could see him spend the rest of this game on the bench?
I think, the matchup between him and Norman, they've been kind of going at it back-to-back from time to time. Don't necessarily need to have anything where it's a switching or a mismatch. You do, if anything. I mean, we talked about it before, posting up A.J. Walker and how savvy he can be in the paint. Now, that is quite a difference between Diallo and him, but I think you try to establish Norman down there. He's had a really solid second half of this game. See if you can go right at him. If it's not going to be Norman, something off the bounce. He's been really aggressive at the paint, aggressive at the rim.
It'll be interesting to see also how head coach Tim Miles of the Spartans uses Diallo. Stays into this basketball game after that 30-second timeout. This is Amy Jr. a little bit wild, and Vandersloot able to fight for the rebound. Diallo, knowing he was on those 4 fouls, did a good job just to remove his hand, not force the referees into a decision. Inside of 5 minutes remaining in this basketball game. Falcons, they lead by 1. Here's A.J. Walker on senior night. Goes up and under, a little bit short. Diallo, Cardenas now back to Amari Moore. Beautiful play from Lucas Mormon. That'll be called a jump ball. Mormon with just 6 points for Air Force tonight, but his contribution has been huge for Air Force as Diallo will check out of the game for San Jose State. A.J. Walker running point for Air Force over to Camden Vandersloot. Now Ethan Taylor. Taylor to Jake Heidbreeder. Into the corner for Walker. Guarded by Cardenas. Walker on around the side. Found Taylor. Air Force don't need to force it. 10 on the shot clock. Taylor backs down. Taylor gets his first points of the evening, and he'll go to the line to make it 3. Beautiful play from Ethan Taylor. Felt the contact, spun around to that left-hand side, got the finish, and we come back. He will shoot a free throw. Ethan Taylor on the board here for the Falcons. Falcons lead 46-43 over the visiting Spartans of San Jose State. Roland Vargas, Rachel Galligan, pleasure to have you along with us here on the Mountain West Network. Just under 4 minutes remaining. Ethan Taylor got his first basket of the evening. He will go to the line for Air Force. Taylor, a 68% free throw shooter, buries it. 3 points for Ethan Taylor. And the lead for Air Force now stretched to 4. This is Amari Moore. Gives it off to Myron Amy Jr. Amy Jr. leaves it for Trey Anderson. Anderson gets the basketball back. Amy Jr. not in any rush. Amari Moore. Strong play from Moore. Gets his own rebound. Sees that one swatted away by Lucas Mormon. Big block there for Mormon. Huge contribution for Air Force so far in this basketball game. Amy Jr. with the tip is Omari Moore. San Jose State Spartans just do not want to give up on this basketball game. Trimming Air Force's lead to just 2. Beautiful 2-man game. Ethan Taylor gives it off to Mormon for the finish. That's 8 now for Mormon. 4-point lead again for Air Force. Under 3 minutes remaining. Amari Moore into the corner for Gurinel. Moore. And 3 goes up, short. Air Force not under any pressure. Falcons can just take their time.
Take your time, work for a great shot.
Breeder down low to A.J. Walker. Walker, little shimmy, little shake. Beautiful left-handed kiss off the glass. 14 for A.J. Walker on senior night. Beautiful move from A.J. Walker just to create that space, and a great shot as well. Extra pass from San Jose State caught Lucas Moorman up in the air. Good sportsmanship there from Sean Robinson, making sure he didn't land hard on Lucas Moorman. What about this, though, from A.J. Walker? Looks like he's going to go over that left-hand shoulder. Instead, spins baseline. Lovely little kiss off the glass. It's down the other end now. Sean Robinson at the line. Redshirt freshman out of Chicago. 78% free throw shooter this season. 0 of 1 on the night. He'll get 1 of 2 for the pretty nicely sized 6'9" redshirt freshman. Tim Miles shouting on instructions from the bench. Robinson short on the second. A.J. Walker with the board. Almost saw that one poked away. A.J. Walker keeps it. This is Camden Vanderswag. Dangerous pass, but able to reach Ethan Taylor in the end. This is Taylor. Sees that one. Just poked away. 10 on the shot clock. Minute 50 on the game clock. A.J. Walker, a little strong. Hydebreeder crashing for the rebound. Hydebreeder again trying to get in there. Referees letting him play. Into the corner. 3 from San Jose State. 3 goes in. That's Amari Moore. And we have just a 2-point basketball game. Sean Robinson struggling. You see him there. It was Hydebreeder who came flying in trying to win that basketball back. Just looks like somewhere on the left-hand side of the face got caught for Robinson. But what about that in rhythm from Amari Moore in the corner?
You know, and it was such a helter-skelter play. Both teams fighting for the possession of the basketball. Amari Moore, that is not who you want to leave open at this phase of the game. Has been a quiet 14 points. Yep. 6 of 13 from the field, 2 of 4 from the three-point line. He's a 44% three-point shooter, so you give him that much time and space. That's a great look for San Jose State's leading scorer.
Spartan's going to be forced into a change. They'll bring back in the 7-foot sophomore out of Senegal, Ibrahima Diallo, as Sean Robinson getting checked out on the trainer's table, just favoring, look to see that left eye over in the corner on the, what is that, northeast side of Clune Arena. Hydebreeder over to A.J. Walker. Walker to Lucas Moorman. Moorman back to Walker. Walker's got the hot hand for Air Force. Over to Taylor. This is Camden Vanderswag. Lucas Moorman. Ethan Taylor. Ethan Taylor lets loose a 3 off the left-hand side. Lucas Moorman, great hustle initially, kept it, but just stepped on the sideline. That'll be San Jose State basketball. Minute 9 seconds remaining. Spartans trail by just 2.
But you got yourself the look. You got a pretty good look. Had an opportunity to go save it, and now you got to rely on your defense. And San Jose State got Diallo in the game, Moore in the game.
Watch out for Diallo, obviously, from San Jose State perspective. This is Amari Moore over to Cardenas. Cardenas a little bit wild on the drive. Kicks that one back out. Open 3 for San Jose State, a little bit long. Initially got half of the rebound. Lucas Moorman there able to clean up, get the rebound. That foul's going to go against Trey Anderson. Good job by Lucas Moorman. Moorman, 8 points tonight, double digits. That's his 11th rebound of the evening. Moorman will go down. Chance for a double-double for the big man if he's able to knock down a couple free throws. Freshman out of right here, Colorado Springs.
You know, and Moorman under a 30% free throw shooter, which is, you know, a bit shocking. He has not attempted a lot of them, and that's a big clutch free throw for the freshman. He has been outstanding this evening, especially the second half.
Yeah, massive contribution from Lucas Moorman. Defensively knocks them both down. Double-double for Lucas Moorman, 10 points. Go along with those double-digit rebounds. Getting late now for San Jose State. With that basketball into the corner. Now out to the other corner. This is Cardenas for 3. Rattles out. Diallo got a piece of it. Lucas Moorman, though, able to control again. Lucas Mormon going to be called for the travel. Lucas Mormon just trying to step over the prostrate Spartan that was on the ground.
That is an unbelievable call. Battling for position. He loses his footing. You could argue that is a foul.
Yep.
With that trip.
That right leg of Diallo right there. Just catching Lucas Mormon. Desperately unlucky against Air Force. 35 seconds remain in the basketball game. Falcons lead by 4. Drive to the basket. That's going to be a travel, though, on Amari Moore. Referees balancing it out. Air Force get the call. Air Force will inbound. 31 seconds and change left. Sean Robinson will replace Ibrahima Diallo. Air Force to get the basketball in. It will be Ethan Taylor.
And they're going to have to foul right away if they're not able to come up with this turnover. Air Force able to save a little bit of time right now playing keep away.
Great basketball from the Air Force Falcons. Ethan Taylor finally gets fouled by Alvaro Cardenas. Ethan Taylor will trot to the line for Air Force. Perfect 1-for-1. Made that one on the three-point play just a few minutes ago here in the second half did Ethan Taylor. Ethan Taylor, the freshman guard, another player who played at the prep school. He was the prep school athlete of the year and a team captain. A freshman here at the academy. A guard from great city of Houston. Knocks down. Second 6-point lead for Air Force. 17 seconds remaining. Got to force it. San Jose State. Bank is open late on a Tuesday night here in Colorado Springs. The first 3 of the night from Guranair. He was 0 of 6 up until that point. Now 1 of 7 from the young man from the largest city in Europe. And now all the way down the other end will be A.J. Walker. Going on 9 p.m. here Mountain Time. 5 p.m. Hawaiian. Bank still open for San Jose State. It's A.J. Walker. A little bit strong on the first. Just under 13 seconds remaining. Walker, this is the second. San Jose State's got a chance here, down 3. They can tie it. Long 3 goes up, rattles out, and the finish from Sean Robinson. Will they call that one in the cylinder? We will see. Take a look at it here. 3 from Myron Amy Jr. Rattles around. That one's certainly out. Sean Robinson just comes right back in, flushes it. Now it's
I would say that is going to be good.
That is good. 1-point game.
And right now, plenty of time on this clock. Air Force got to get the basketball in. Got to find a way not turn this basketball over on the inbounds. If you're San Jose State, you're bringing all that pressure, denying those passing lanes, and you've got to foul immediately.
The Falcons do have a couple timeouts should they need one of those. The officials reviewing that last basket on the emphatic flush from Sean Robinson after the missed 3 from Myron Amy Jr. Shout out to Amy Jr. 18 points for the Spartans, really keeping San Jose State in this game tonight. Just under 6 seconds remaining. Air Force's lead by 1, 55-54 here on the Mountain West Network. I'm Roland Vargas, joined by Rachel Galligan. The final regular season men's game of the year. We will be here tomorrow night to call the final women's game of the year, but we've got a long way to go in this one yet before we get there. It'll be the Air Force Falcons hosting the Aztecs of San Diego State tomorrow night here at Clune Arena. Head coach Joe Scott going over instructions with his Falcons. Tim Miles doing the same for San Jose State. This has been a scrappy game. It was really chippy at the start. You saw a lot of whistles. Game certainly didn't get anywhere near even assembling any kind of rhythm, especially offensively. Air Force were able to stretch a little bit of a lead in the first half. San Jose State went almost 8 minutes without a basket and then were able to claw back into the Air Force lead and even take the lead there in that first half. Now Air Force clinging to the 1-point lead. As you said earlier, all about this inbounds for the United States Air Force Academy Falcons. We'll see just who Air Force tasks with getting the basketball in and who they want on the end of it. Diallo, you would imagine, would guard the inbounds pass with that 7-foot frame.
Definitely.
Looks like he will do just that. The young man from Senegal has been playing with 4 fouls for a while now in this game. Ethan Taylor to inbound for Air Force. We'll see if A.J. Walker bursts out to make himself open, or whether Air Force might look to Jake Heidbreeder, another terrific free throw shooter for Air Force. The A.J. Walker, who gets on the basketball, immediately fouled by Alvaro Cardenas. That wound just about a second off of the clock, and down the other end will go A.J. Walker. 3 of 6 from the free throw line tonight is Walker. Walker, a 77% free throw shooter this season before entering this basketball game. Both coaches still barking out instructions to their team. A.J. Walker, just a little bit of a delay here. And get Walker to the line. What a performance it's been from A.J. Walker on senior night. 14 points already for the senior guard from the Alamo City. There he is with his first. A little short on the first. Stays a 1-point game. 4.6 remaining. Getting encouragement from the bench is Walker. Falcons drop back defensively. Walker, perfect on the